What's going on YouTube? Uberman here, and today I'm going to make this video short, sweet, and to the point. This is about insurance, deductibles, and who's responsible for what. After I did my video yesterday about Lyft charging $2,500 for deductible, I have seen a ton of misinformation and a whole lot of confusion being spread all over the internet in regards to accidents and liability when it comes to having an accident while driving on a rideshare platform. So let me explain how this works. We're going to start off by saying Uber's deductible is $1,000. Lyft's deductible is $2,500. This is money that you pay out of your pocket in the event that you are at fault for an accident or another party is at fault but their insurance doesn't cover the extent of the claim, or they don't have any insurance at all. So let's get into this. Ride sharing in general is pretty safe, but there will always be accidents, and this is what you have to understand. In the event someone else is at fault, let's say you're driving along and someone T-bones you, someone rear ends you, whatever the case may be, the other party is at fault. At that point, their insurance is the one that's supposed to cover the claim. You don't need to do anything through Uber or Lyft other than report the incident and any injuries. Now, you get the other party's personal information, driver's license number if possible, license plate number of the car, and their insurance so that you can file a claim through their insurance company. The problem comes in when somebody does not have any insurance. For example, someone rear ends you and they drive off. That is a hit and run. You didn't get a tag number. Even if you did get a tag number, chances are if they ran, they don't have insurance anyway, and that leaves you holding the bag for the damages to your car. At this point, this defaults to Uber or Lyft's insurance as a collision claim. You, at this point, are now responsible for paying the deductible, which means you can take your car to the shop, or if your car is totaled, Uber or Lyft will pay for everything with the exception of the deductible. The check that you are written will be written for the amount of injuries as well as damage to your vehicle, but it will be minus the $1,000 deductible for Uber or $2,500 deductible for Lyft. It's really important to understand that there are a lot of drivers on the road today that drive without insurance. And if you get hit by one of these people, even if you are capable of getting their information, getting their insurance, their license plate, their driver's license, even if you get all that, if they don't have insurance, you are up a creek without a paddle, because you will have to default this to Uber or Lyft's insurance depending on which rideshare platform you were driving at the time of the accident. So you are absolutely responsible for paying that deductible. Now, another way this works, somebody could have insurance. They could be completely legit, but let's say they T-bone you and you get injured as well as your car is damaged, and let's say their insurance simply doesn't have the coverage to pay for the injuries and the damage. At this point, yet again, you will have to default to Uber or Lyft's insurance policy, and you will be written a check minus the $1,000 for Uber's deductible or the $2,500 for Lyft's deductible. I know this probably sounds pretty simple and straightforward to a lot of you, but there are so many drivers out here that do not understand what the deductible is or how insurance works in the first place. This video is here to help clarify for those of you that don't understand how insurance works. So it is really important that you make sure you keep that $1,000 deductible or $2,500 deductible for Lyft. You need to have that available. That needs to be in a separate account, something like a savings account or something, because there is always a risk someone is going to hit you. And when that happens, hopefully it doesn't, but if something like that happens to you, you need to be covered. And the only way to do that is to make sure you have the deductible. So basically, keep $2,500 in the bank if you drive for both platforms. If you only drive for Lyft, keep $2,500. If you only drive for Uber, then keep $1,000. You need to have that deductible in the bank so that in the event something happens to you, and God knows I hope it doesn't, you need to make sure you cover your own behind. A lot of people seem to think if you're involved in an accident that Uber or Lyft is just going to cover it. And the sad truth is they do, but they don't cover that deductible. Now, there have been instances where I have heard Uber has actually covered the deductible as well, which is really, really nice. All right. In some cases, Uber has done that. I have never heard that about Lyft, but I'm not going to say Lyft hasn't done it. I just don't know. I do know that in some circumstances, Uber has been kind enough to actually cover the deductible themselves, but you cannot rely on that. You need to rely on yourself. So please keep that money in the bank so that you can cover yourself if you're involved in an accident. I hope this video is helpful and helps clarify some of the misinformation floating around out there about insurance. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, stay safe out there, and Uber on.